Tales of the Lore Keeper, Episode 12. A Conversation with a Curse. Written, voiced, and produced by Jojo Kaiser. I have attempted to write these words in more ways than I can count. How many crumpled balls of standard notebook paper have been thrown across the room? How many times have I started a sentence to scratch it out, curse, and start again? What can I even say? How can I even express the terror that drives my beating heart? I now know, more than anyone, why everyone who talks to me is so nervous, why they all try their best to tell me their stories, and why it's always so hard, why they ramble for so long, start their sentences through shaky breaths as the trauma begins to work its way into their subconscious. Even as I have spent the majority of my life writing in these pages, copying every tale, every experience of mortals who cross my path. How many stories have I taken? How many have I put out into the world? I feel I have forgotten. But this one tale, I will never forget, for it is my own. This morning, as I sat in my study by the window that overlooks the courtyard, I looked out into it, and there, in the hedge, as he has been every day for the past 6 months, was the smiling man. The strange creature who stalked, harassed, and finally killed Mr. Badger at the Institute. I had wondered when it would be my time, if the legacy of the Keeper would end with me. But after a month or so, the creature lost its features. It now has nothing but the wide, white grin permanently plastered across its face. It is strange. It seems almost docile. But I know better. As I sipped my morning coffee, I watched it, and it stared back at me. Its featureless face tilted upwards. I took note of the suit it wore. It was a charcoal gray. The tie was red with black stripes wrapping around it. The head is bald on this creature. Its skin textured like harsh leather, with cracks and a rough brown consistency. He seemed to absorb the light around him, as if the space surrounding its body was unable to reflect the morning sun's rays. I decided enough was enough. I got up and went down the stairs, strolling across the green lawn, till I came, for lack of better terms, face to face with the creature. Enough of this, monster. You wish to kill me, you need to do so. I grow tired of our staring contest every morning. It's becoming exhausting. Now, Mr. Keeper. If I had the power to kill you, do you not think I would have done so by now? What do you imply? I tried to kill you the night you wrote about that insufferable, shrilling man. You know, I can still feel where he caught me the night I killed his father. However, certain laws stop me from doing so. You are protected. By what? And what even are you? Here to take my story, then, Keeper? Very well. I'll explain everything. But I warn you, there are things in this world beyond even your comprehension. Just Get it over with. Okay. I do not remember when or how I was. Well, I wasn't born exactly. Your kind calls me the face stealer. An accurate, if not boring name. No matter the culture or the language, though, that is what I have always been called. When mortals were still young, drawing on the caverns that they inhabited, and discovering the powers of nature, they drew me as a shadow who could mimic the ones they loved. My earliest memory was this young female who got mad at her screaming child. I killed it, took the features that it had, and haunted her for 3 days. When she reached her breaking point, I stole her face as well. And soon an entire tribe fell to my hand. Although I am sure I existed before then, I didn't kill because I enjoyed it. At first, I killed because I felt a driving urge. I needed a face. I needed an identity. But the only ones who could be killed were the ones who were scorned by their loved ones, or who did scorn their closest loved ones. Those were so enticing, and I discovered through years and years that they were the only ones I was allowed to touch. I'd find a mortal who felt vindictive toward their family, their friends, their partners, and slowly I would grant the wish that lived within their hearts. I'd kill each and every one they cared for. And finally, when they learned their lesson, I'd take them as well. Lesson? It's cruel, is it not? But oh, so ironic. Mortals have always had those who felt they were above the rest, and it was not until they lost them all that they learned how helpless they were without the ones they loved. It wasn't until fairly recently, around the time your Roman kings, that I decided to kick it up a notch. Killing their loved ones and driving them mad wasn't enough. I took it upon myself to wait until they decided to tell someone, anyone, and I would pick. From the shadows of their sanity, I would watch as they found who they trusted the most, who they grew the closest to in their final hours, and when I took their pathetic, wriggling souls, I would have my next target. The joy of killing, the feeling of a mortal's life-filled body squirming around in pain as I rip every piece of their identity from them, bit by bit. Well, there's no feeling quite like it. And I am never satisfied. I wonder at times, maybe I wasn't born, but created by someone, something, to punish the hubris of mortals. Ones who don't treasure their loved ones. Exactly, Keeper! Mr. Badger thought himself above his precious family. He saw all of them as his lessers, except his father, his precious, precious father. He was the only one he respected. And so I decided, in the very middle of the night, when that Badger boy was on his last leg, I'd take the father last. And when he came to you sobbing in his shrill insanity, I knew I had to have you. You're known in the underworld, Mr. Keeper. The one who tells the stories of us. The one who keeps our memories alive. Your soul is powerful, and I want it. But you, your only loved one, you care for her with every bit of your soul. You hold no malice for her disappearance, and so I cannot kill you. For she also does not hate you, resent you, not even a shred of distaste for the way you left her to your rotting father. Lisa. So she's alive. She is. I must say, the despair you feel right now, the not knowing, not understanding why you can't find her, is intoxicating. If only you weren't filled with such relief! Upon the last word, the creature's wide grin contorted into a fierce snarl as it opened wide, and within its mouth, I saw... well, I wish I could say what it was. Souls. Thousands of them. Screaming in internal torment. The inside of his mouth was a dark void, and I saw what looked like tar dripping from the roof. I fell backwards in shock and fear. Scraped my hands upon the grass and the ground and the dirt, as the creature's, for lack of a better word, its face began to split open from the cracks. I saw more souls, heard more screaming. As quickly as it happened, it ended in the face. Steeler composed himself. I feed off pain, the anxiety of mortals, but I am bound by unknown cosmic laws. I cannot harm those who do not scorn the ones they love. I cannot kill you, Keeper, because you care for her. And I cannot kill her because she cares for you. I keep waiting, watching, hoping you'll slip up just one bad thought, one superiority complex, one sign of anger toward your baby sister, and I can have you and her. But no, you do not do it. And I have given up. Today, the day you confront me is, perhaps, your most well-timed decision. Tonight I will go back to my realm, to await another human whom I can torture, kill, and consume. Before it is you go, then, tell me, are there more like you? No. I am one of a kind. However, there are other creatures with similar tasks. A brother and sister who punish those full of lust. A crone who makes deals with women to force a man to fall in love, then take their place after killing them. An elderly woman who feeds on children conceived of hatred and more. We all wonder where we come from, but we know our purpose. Will you show me this realm of yours? Are you sure? I must know. If it can help me understand, help those of the future understand. You won't find your spider there. I didn't expect so. Then let us go. The creature put out a leathery brown hand, and I took it. The air around us grew cold and quickly darkened. He let go after a couple seconds, and my eyes looked out into the void. Throughout it, I could hear screams. So many screams. They rose and fell as if the rushing tides of the ocean. Small bits of pale blue would pop up in the corners of my vision. When I would turn to look at them, they would just simply move to the far other corners. All I could see in front of me was darkness. Empty, soulless darkness. When the face stealer spoke again, his voice did not resonate in my ears, but instead in my mind. It echoed and caused me extreme pain.
Welcome, Keeper, to the place my souls live. Every mortal, for thousands of years, I have consumed. Their souls wander this realm, screaming, begging for freedom, not understand what they did wrong. But the sweet irony is for some, they did nothing.
I clasped my hands to my ears and screamed in agony as I heard my own voice echo and merge with the tortured souls of this cursed place. As my bones began to rattle and my heart pounded harder and harder I had ever felt it I suddenly felt a warmth. I opened my eyes, see myself back in my study. I was curled on the throw rug, and the morning sun rays were beating in through the window. I looked around and scrambled to my feet in a panic. I rushed to the window to look into the courtyard, wondering if I would see him. But he wasn't there. I could still feel him. He's watching me from this home of his. He wants me. I am a prey he could not have. It is with this I make my entry. I have gone back through the scrolls, the books, and the entries. I have found many references to this face stealer, and I have compiled them into this journal. My only hope is whoever faces this demon next will have more to offer, and perhaps even kill him. For now, I must rest, as my heart has not stopped pounding for hours. I have a long flight tomorrow. If you're out there, and you see this grinning man, may whatever gods that exist have mercy on your soul. The Lore Keeper is an anthology horror series that I write and voice and produce myself. If you're enjoying the series, it would greatly help me if you leave a like on the video and even comment down below what you like or what you dislike about the stories. It helps me out in the algorithms and helps gets this pushed to other people. And if you really enjoy talking about horror and other things like that, you can join my Discord linked in the description down below to chat with other members of the community. Other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you next week.